Hello, welcome to my neighborhood. So homecoming is coming up. Obviously, it's going to be a good time for everybody. Typically, you know, sometimes there are libations that are involved in the celebration, but there are alternate ways for individuals to enjoy the weekend with some craft mocktails. So a mocktail is basically a cocktail that has no alcohol in it whatsoever. So it's a great alternative for a alcohol-free tailgate. And I just wanted to show you that there are a lot of options out there, so you don't necessarily have to go with one particular one. You're not limited in any way, shape, or fashion. You're only limited by your creativity. So as you can tell, I have a lot of bitters and some tinctures. I've got some simple syrups that I've made myself. Lots of juices are out there. You've got a ton of local people doing some great stuff. Lenny Boy has kombucha that is great. It is fantastic by itself, also as a mixer. So anytime you go to the grocery store, whether it's the local Harris Teeter, Food Line, Whole Foods, Trader Joe's, when you're on the juice aisle, you're going to see a lot of different things that you can play with. So what I've decided to do here, I know we're getting sort of into fall. It's around the corner, and one of my favorite drinks, juice-wise, to have around this time of year is apple cider. Love apple cider. I love pears. Those are my favorites. So what I've done here is I do have some cold pressed pear juice. You can find that locally, as well as some delicious apple cider that is also local. So it's very simple to make this cocktail. Cocktails, mocktails, any sort of craft like that revolves ultimately around the presentation. So depending on, you know, if you are tailgating, a red solo cup will do just fine. But if you're making something for a party, what I like to do is just take a little bit of a piece of lime, rim this particular glass with it, and then I'm going to dip it in some brown sugar, so you get a nice little lip on it, a little sweetness, plus it looks really, really nice when presented. And then we're just going to take some equal parts of the apple cider and the pear. So it's probably going to be about 2 to 3 ounces of each, since we're not putting any sort of libations in there. And basically that's it. Now if you want me, I like a little spice. So we've got a guy who's local. He's out of Raleigh, North Carolina. The name of the company is called Crude. He does some amazing tinctures. He's got some simple syrups, but he's known for his bitters. And I absolutely love his bitters. There's an orange fig one I use all the time. But today I'm going to use one of his no-no. It's called the no-no. It's definitely on the Scoville level, so it does have a little bit of heat. But I do enjoy spice. So obviously, if you do not like spice, don't use this. You only need a couple drops too, because it does pack a little bit of a punch. So give it a little shake. It's something too that you can pre-mix if you have a container. You can pre-mix equal parts pear juice as well as the apple cider, and you can have it basically on tap at your tailgate. So it comes out, it's a beautiful hue. Love it. It's really nice, it's tasty, and it is definitely seasoned. It is the season for it. And then I like to garnish typically with a nice little wedge of pear. So there we go. There you go. So one of the mocktails that I definitely enjoy. We'll go on to the next one. So I'll move this one out of the shot. All right, so we've had our apple, our pear. Great, I love it, absolutely love them. Next, I enjoy tropical fruits. Typically, they're always in season. And I'm a huge fan of passion fruit, mango. Anytime I can get my hands on them, especially when they are actually in season, I like to use them in cocktails, but we're gonna be doing a mocktail with it. So what we've got here, tin with some ice. Again, since this is a mocktail, you don't have to worry about adding any sort of libations, but I am going to be doing equal parts of fresh squeezed lemon juice as well as a pineapple mango combination. So we're looking at about 1.5 ounces of each one. And what's going to be kind of fun about this particular cocktail is the effervescence part of it. So I found this great coconut water with a little bit of yuzu, which is a lime. So it's very, very citrusy. It's great. And what we're going to do is combine the juices. Then we're going to strain them into your flute here. And then last but not least, to add the effervescence to it, the sparkling part of the cocktail, we're going to add the sparkling coconut water. Now for a garnish, you can use a little bit of a piece of grapefruit. You can actually use a little bit of zest. So the zest is actually the outside of the grapefruit or the fruit, and you can just cut off a nice little wedge like that. It'll add a nice little citrus note to it. So you want to express the oil out of it, and then just drop it in. And there you go. There's a nice little mocktail for, maybe your brunch tailgate, something like that. And then last but not least, really simple one is a Moscow Mule. Everybody has heard of these by now, but it is a very easy way to make a non-alcoholic beverage, and it is so easy. All you need is some ginger beer. Obviously there's a lot of different choices, from Barrett's to your local brewers are making ginger beers. I know the people over at Triple C have some. This is Main Root. It's one of my favorites. Sometimes these are a little too much on the ginger side. So what I'll do is I like to add a little bit of some limeade. Obviously you see it's jalapeno limeade, but it's great just because it cuts some of the ginger. So I don't want it too much ginger. And it's, again, equal parts of this juice that you can find at Trader Joe's or find online, and then equal parts ginger beer. Garnish, always important. You gotta have your garnish. There you go. Cheers. That'll work.